You did not start your business to feel stuck in it, right? This podcast is about creating the time freedom to enjoy a life as delicious as the business you're building without the guilt. I am Shalece Daniels, a certified mindset and business coach, 7-figure business owner, and here we explore how neuroscience-backed rest strategies are essential for growing your business. The importance of self-care and why your business cannot afford to neglect it. What if I told you the key to scaling your business to 7 figures wasn't in the hours that you grind, but in the hours you rest? Yep, I said it. Rest is your secret weapon. You're a business owner at the top of your game, but your body is falling apart. You can barely go to sleep and your energy is shot. The passion you once had is gone. Does that sound familiar? You are doing it all wrong. Success without self-care is a time bomb waiting to explode. Today, I'm going to break down the shocking science behind why self-care is your business's greatest untapped asset. Prioritizing self-care could be one of the things standing between you and the business growth you want. Buckle up, because this isn't just about your business feeling good. It's about thriving like never ever before. Now that I've got your attention, let's dive into why self-care is the ultimate growth hack for your business. We're going to break down the science that proves how rest fuels productivity, share some game-changing stories from entrepreneurs who've mastered this lifestyle, and give you practical, no-nonsense tips to fit self-care into your daily grind. By the end of this, you'll walk away knowing that self-care is not negotiable. Let's talk science. When I first began the Rest and Thrive coaching practice, I talked a lot about the brain. My good friend Charmaine told me to go back to the basics. So here I am. Let's explore how your brain functions when you prioritize rest versus when you're burning out. There's a link between self-care and brain performance. Let's talk about the neuroscience of self-care. Your brain is a powerhouse, but it's not invincible. Without proper rest, the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making and creative problem-solving, starts to shut down. That's why when you're burnt out, simple decisions feel impossible. Studies show that your brain requires periods of rest and recovery to function at peak level. This is why even top CEOs and executives who schedule downtime report higher levels of productivity. They hustle smarter, not harder. I know you've heard about dopamine. Do you realize that is the brain reward center? It's called the feel-good neurotransmitter. Its levels spike when we engage in physical activity. It gives you more focus and energy. Healthy dopamine levels are critical for motivation, focus, and goal setting. In contrast, chronic stress decreases dopamine production, leading to low energy and lack of enthusiasm for your work. You don't need more hours in the day, you need better brain chemistry. Let's talk a little bit about cognitive load theory. As you run your business, you accumulate what's called a cognitive load. It refers to your brain's capacity to process information. Without self-care breaks, your brain gets overloaded, impairing memory, creativity, and the ability to solve complex problems. The heavier the load, the slower and less effective you become. Without rest, you're basically piling on work that your brain can't handle. You want to make better decisions? Give your brain the space it needs to breathe. Regular breaks aren't laziness, they're mental sharpening tools. Remember Stephen Covey's Habits of Highly Effective People? Sharpen your saw. Stress hormones and health, cortisol. I know you've heard of it. There are the commercials that advertise the pills, the miracle pills that'll help lower cortisol. But here's where it gets real. Every time you grind through work without taking breaks, your body pumps out cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol is great in small doses, but when it's constantly elevated, it's a silent killer, causing inflammation, weight gain, and slowing down your immune system. It can even shrink your brain's learning center. And if that doesn't scare you into a self-care routine, I don't know what will. You can lower your cortisol through something as simple as yoga or a walk. It leads to a healthier brain and body. Let's talk a little bit about neuroplasticity. It's the brain's ability to adapt and form new connections. Neuroplasticity is enhanced when the brain is rested. When you sleep, your brain rewires itself, forms new connections, and stores all that new information that you've been learning. Skip the rest and you're stalling your brain's ability to evolve. It makes us more creative and innovative because our brains have the space to connect the dots. Protect your rest like the $1 million investment it is. I have a cute little story. A meet cute. When I first met my husband, he asked what my hobbies were. I told him it was napping. Now he could have run away thinking, this lazy lady, but he stayed, and I bet he's glad he did. Here's the second section where I want to talk about personal stories of success and self-care. This is where we get the people that we look up to involved. Brilliant entrepreneurs have proven that self-care isn't just a nice to have. It's essential for success. Ever heard the name Arianna Huffington or Huffington Post? Arianna famously collapsed from burnout in 2007. After she had this wake-up call, she launched Thrive Global. This company is entirely centered on wellness and productivity. Now Arianna advocates for prioritizing sleep, rest, and mental well-being as essential to success. Her business multiplied once she focused on self-care, proving that high performance comes from balance, not the constant hustle. Second entrepreneur, Richard Branson, ring a bell? Virgin Group. He's the billionaire founder of Virgin Group. He's also a vocal advocate of maintaining personal well-being alongside work. While running a $1 billion business empire, he indulges in a self-care routine which includes exercise, spending time outdoors, and staying grounded. He credits this for boosting his creativity and focus. His secret? He knows that when he's physically and mentally strong, his business follows suit. If Richard Branson can make time for self-care, so can we. So can you. The third one, and lately someone who has become valuable to my 40-year-old self, Sara Blakely. She didn't become a billionaire by burning out. She built Spanx through creative bursts that came when she gave herself space to recharge. Her routine? Daily meditation, mental retreats, and investing in her own peace of mind. This is how she chooses to rejuvenate herself for high demands of entrepreneurship. It's no coincidence that her business skyrocketed once she made this type of lifestyle a priority. I hope this has you thinking about the things that you're going to do, because I'm going to ask you soon after I give you some practical self-care tips for you and your busy lifestyle. Now that we've covered the science and real-world success stories for entrepreneurs that you know, probably love and support, let's talk about how you can integrate this practice into your own daily life without derailing your day. You don't need hours, you just need intention. I talk a lot about time blocking. What about time blocking for self-care? Schedule self-care like it's your most important meeting of the day. Block out 15 to 30 minutes and make it non-negotiable. Whether it's a quick meditation, a walk, or even a power nap. This makes me think about those short power naps on Boss Baby. If you have kids or have seen kids do this whole Boss Baby thing. I need a stress nap. Stress nap! And then he'll just fall asleep. I love that movie. That short break is going to recharge you more than another hour of work ever could. Ever heard of typos? I'm really good at them when I'm tired. Mindfulness and meditation. Practicing mindfulness for just 10 minutes a day improves focus, reduces stress, and enhances your problem-solving ability. As entrepreneurs, do you know what our real job is? To solve problems all day long. Power naps. The science behind a 20-minute power nap shows that it can increase, listen to this, cognitive function by 40%. Do you know what I could do with 40% more brain operating power? Exercise. Exercise for brain power. Even moderate exercises like walking provides oxygen flow to your brain, which boosts your energy and sharpens concentration. Because it releases endorphins, the natural mood filters make you more productive. Try a 30-minute walk in the morning or between meetings and stimulate your creativity and recharge. Try walking when you cannot figure something out or process something. See what it does for you. What about sleep for memory and decision making? Getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night allows your brain to process and consolidate information from the day. I remember reading about how it cleans out the waste. Getting a good night's sleep allows your brain to go through a waste cleaning process. You don't want to rob yourself of that. You want to keep what's important and let go of what isn't. Besides, poor sleep impairs decision making and reduces your ability to handle stress, leading to errors and reduced efficiency in your business. So set a regular sleep schedule and create a nighttime routine that helps you unwind, such as reading a book or a warm bath. Have you ever recalled when someone has said hangry? What's the equivalent of like sleep-gree? Have you ever seen a toddler bouncing around because they missed their nap? Or what about an adult that needed to go take a nap? Don't be that adult for your team. Go take a nap. Get a good night's sleep. And if you don't, because things do happen, this is life and life will life, take a nap. It is okay. It is your business. It is your life. And as Tabitha Brown says, because that's your business, take a nap. Delegate to create space. As a business owner, you often feel like you have to do everything yourself. When delegation is a powerful form of self-care, you must trust your team with key responsibilities because it creates the mental space for you to rest and refocus on the big picture. The big picture are where the strategies lie so you can drive growth. Digital detox. The constant influx of notifications, pings, and dings increases your cognitive load and stress, that cortisol, the weight gaining hormone. Set boundaries around your digital consumption by scheduling no tech time each day to allow your mind to breathe and giving it space to process inputs from the entire day that you've just been taking things in. Why self-care is the best investment you can make. This is my favorite part. Let's wrap this up by talking about the ROI of self-care. Self-care as a revenue driver, productivity and efficiency. 1. When you take care of yourself, you make better decisions, work faster, and are more creative. This leads to higher work quality and less time, increasing your business's profitability. 2. We're going to talk a little bit about sleep here too. Better business leadership. A well-rested leader is a healthy leader, a more patient, empathetic, and clear-minded leader. It has a ripple effect on your team, creating a positive work environment that enhances team morale and output. So let's get back to this hangry thing. Are we going to call that thing sleep-gree or slang-gree? I don't know. But I just imagine myself sleepy trying to make decisions. I tell my team, I do not have the brain capacity to make that decision right now. We're going to need to reconvene at 3:30. Prioritize yourself. When you prioritize yourself, your rest, and your needs, you are thereby prioritizing your team. Longevity in business. Burnout can lead to costly mistakes, not just those little typos I do, but decreased performance and possibly the need to step away from your business entirely. That means close the doors. Prioritizing self-care ensures that you're in this for the long haul. You have the sustainable energy and fuel that's needed to create long-term success. Here's a recap of what we talked about. The science is clear. Self-care is not a luxury. Do not allow people to convince you of that. It is a productivity tool. Top entrepreneurs like Arianna Huffington and Richard Branson attribute much of their success to prioritizing rest and well-being. Practical steps like time blocking using the Pomodoro method, physical activity, walking, stretching, proper sleep, hydration, and delegation can help you have a great self-care routine. Here's what I want to do. Starting today, I challenge you to make a self-care routine. Make it a priority. Schedule your walk. Get that extra time to sleep, that hour. Begin to delegate that task you've been hanging on to that's costing you time, energy, and attention. Start to benefit from being at your best. Take care of yourself, because when you thrive, your business thrives. I talk a lot about your business and making it thrive, grow, increase, generating revenue and more money, and staying and being in business for a long time. And those are the conscious reasons. Why do you want your business to thrive though? There's a lot behind that. It's not just to best your competitor. Many times it's so you can keep your employees employed and continue to positively affect the lives of their family. Or so you can change the trajectory of your family tree and build generational wealth. Or because you want to fly somewhere far, far and away for months at a time. Whatever the reason is, it's often deeper than dominating your competitor. Live on purpose. Live as if the world you desire is already yours. Thank you for your time, and remember, the best investment you can make in your business is in your own well-being. You found a space where thriving is the standard. If any of this resonated with you, make sure you subscribe and share this episode with someone who you know needs to hear it. Join me in Hustle Culture Recovery, where we're resting, thriving, and growing with ease. Everywhere at Coach Shalece, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You might even find me on Facebook under Shalece Daniel. Going out to get what we deserve. Living into the reason why we created our businesses to begin with.